Oh no, I forgot to hit the button. Krista was making me laugh. That's what she does. She makes me laugh. Hello, hello, hello. Oh, welcome, welcome to a magnificent January 6th. Woo, babies. Welcome to 2026. I haven't seen you guys all year, at least here. I've seen you in the other places. But how are you doing tonight, folks? We got a good show lined up for you. At least I feel it. Why, you ask? Well, because we are launching 8 new colors of our premium Hotfix stones. That is something pretty spectacular. So I'm excited to show those off to you tonight. And I lost a train of thought here for a second. Things we're going to talk about because I don't have my notes up, and I thought I could remember it all, and I couldn't. So first and foremost, let me get some links posted for you. We're doing some giveaways tonight. What are we doing? Random winner. Get pulled from the giveaway because you got to, go fill out the form. So that way you did your job. And we'll give away the template from what we're making tonight. And you guys can swing 100 people here, right? 100 people here. One of the bonus giveaways that we will do will be for a sample pack, one of each of those stones. So that's like 10 packs. So that's like $100 value, yo. Well, actually, it's more than that because some of these are like, you gotta remember, premium product comes with premium price. Colors like red lines, like so our sparkling strawberry and our rose petal pink, those are cashy. So you're in it to win it. Got to get 100 here though for it. So we'll keep it there. So just remember, share, 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 share. So I will go ahead and copy this, put it in here, so that way you can see it and you can go fill out the form. Okay, while we're doing that, let me also show you that we got this tonight too. Use the code TWT25 to save 25% on rhinestones, and flatbacks during tonight's live. And that is also good on the premiums too. It's also good on the premium. So hey, rock star, there it up. Now, back into my notes. What else do we have here? Tonight's design. We will drop that here in the comments. So that way you can go ahead and see tonight's design. And we'll show that off shortly. Back in the notes, because I'm getting the links out of the stuff for it here. So we got that. We got that. New stone colors. I'm going to drop that link right here so you can go ahead and go check that out while we talk. Open another tab. Keep me around, please. That's what we need to do. Keep me around so that way, you can still hear me, see me, do that. So we've got that link dropping in there. And let's see, back in the notes, was there any other links? No other links. So good. Got that. I got the form. I got the link for tonight's design. I got the link for the new stones. I told you 100 live attendees will give away a sample pack of each color. Got that. We'll use the wheel of names to draw that. If you make a purchase during the live, double entry for winning. So there we have that for it. All right. So before we get in the state of the union of things, because we'll talk about what's going on in TRW land. I had a we'll talk about my day today. It's been a wild 6 days. I will say that for sure. But we need to check in with people and see how people are doing today as we get in here. Annette, howdy all. First one here. Annette, hello. How are you? Russeline, hello, everyone. And Rich, good evening to you as well. We're doing great over here. Jocelyn, hello to you as well. Right? Yeah, it's a weird week. Get back in your routines. That's what we talked about, on Monday. Like for us, today was like first real routine day because kids were back in school. People were back at work. Some had Mondays off because it was in service or what. So today was like the first. I still felt like it was Monday, even though it was Tuesday. Anybody else feel that? Eric, hello to you. And Brian, hello to you, my friend. And Eric's trying to start some new routines, but have pinched nerve in my elbow. It's annoying. Corey had elbow surgery last summer. In fact, when she was scheduling up surgeries and doing that, it was before we were going to purchase the Rhinestone World. Then when we looked, we're like, you're going to be like 2 weeks post-op or a month. No, it's like a month post-op on it. So she tried her best to do as much as she could, and she is a trooper and did. But yeah, it was there. I had my elbow done, I don't know how many years ago, but I had tennis elbow on the underside the bone spur in there. Your tendons are like that. Mine ended up like that. It was cutting out all of them there. So elbow pains. In fact, I was talking to my mentor today, and we were talking about golfing, and I said I haven't golfed in we got probably 15 years, because I tore my rotator cuff golfing. So that's a fun story. Some of you know that story. Gloria, happy New Year to you as well. And Basha, good evening to you. A good Happy New Year, crew from Debbie. Happy New Year to you too. Pinch nerves, they do suck out of nowhere, like out of nowhere. With it, and Rich says, "Sorry to hear about your elbow. I have one on my neck right now. Oh yeah, it is just not good." Hey now, I'm pretty sure he said hi. I know he said hi. Man, Plar, thanks for getting everybody welcome in here. And same with Crystal with a happy Tuesday. As Linda, hello to you, Linda. Keith, checking in. Is it sunny? It's not sunny right now. It's dark, right? Maybe. I don't know. Uh, let's see, where else are we in here with Ed Jose? Good afternoon to you, my friend. And let's see. You have to right. Hey, if you're new here, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Let's see. La 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 la. As I'm going through to see if there's anything like really pressing things I need to hit. Making sure I can get everybody's in here. Can I count all my personalities? Yes, yes, you can. Put them all on payroll. Put them all on payroll, right? I think that's what you can do. Put them all on payroll with it. And Southern Girl Craft Creations. Nail it. Good evening to you. We got the links in there with it. Rachel, hello. What's up, Chuck? Good to see you. Jerry, thanks for coming in. Jerry only came in so that way she can win something. That's what she came in for. It's sunset there. Yeah, we're dark. We're dark out there. I'm looking out there and I see dark, dark, dark. Barb, good evening to you as well. All right. So before we get into stones, before we get into making a shirt, before we get into that, before he's actually, because with this, like, I will tell you, there is a very limited quantity of these. Probably about only 40, 10 gross bags of each color that we brought in, because it was quite the investment to bring them in, and we didn't want to overload our stuff with with dead inventory that there. We think we picked out some good colors for it, and you guys will be the judge of that tonight. So they go great. This is our kind of our starter set for it. Bringing these in, if they sell, we're going to continue to bring them in. If not, then hey, they go away and other stuff replaces it. But our goal is to bring in new colors. We're shooting for once a month to bring in new colors for that as we continuously order. So, in the State of the Union wide side of things, there's that. That's what we're looking at doing, is continue, because we have, I want to say there's like, we got a good amount of colors to bring in. But as we've learned with the current the current inventory, sometimes just because you bring stuff in doesn't mean it's going to sell, and you're sitting on a lot of it. Which, number one, with State of the Union, we have I think it's tomorrow evening. Tomorrow evening, we have an appointment to go look at a space that we put an offer in on. Sight unseen, put an offer in just from what we window saw. Cut them down on the lease a lot and said, based on, externally, this is what I'm seeing issues with it. Here's who we would like to get in there to see, and then we can kind of make come to some sort of agreement. So they countered, which is great, and they're going to meet us there. So we got a good meeting spot. So if that happens next Tuesday, you'll learn more about that. As to, what happened, where it is with it, how we envision it, because a lot of it is how it's spaced out. Is it going to really work for what we need? Signing the lease on it, how it lays out, what we're doing with it. We think it was all there, so we're taking measurements, checking power. That's always something. If you're somebody who is contemplating getting a retail store, first up, don't. Reality. Stay at home as long as you can. Stay in your own domain. Stay in your garage, your basement, your attic, your he said, she said, whatever it is. Stay there as long as you can, because the bills get real when you're out in the storefront. But one of the things to definitely check is power. That's what we lost in our first store. Out on the floor, there was only two outlets, if I remember right. There was only two. So like vacuuming was a pain. Anything that had to run power there was a pain. We had to do everything in the back of the store, which really we really didn't care for, but we made do with it. There wasn't a whole lot we could do because they're like, oh, you're not running any power, you're not doing any of that. So from this one visually, we're like, okay, that can go there, that can go there. They think it's drop ceiling, so we can run stuff here. So always make sure that you have power. Make sure that your breakers can handle it, because the last thing you want to do is move into a spot and the panel can't handle the things that you're going to do. So there's that one. We also are looking at another spot. It's not that we're pitting them up against each other. It's just they both kind of came available, and we inquired about them, and we said, okay, we'll take a look at both of them. Both have their pluses and minuses. It's really difficult to find your own, to find the perfect spot. You can find it 100%, but what are you going to be doing? You're going to be waiting. You're going to be waiting for things to see, what the perfect spot is, the one that you build, and even that one, you'll still run out of space with it. So we're getting through it. So I'm pretty excited about that. If everything goes into plan, or if everything goes into place as the plan into place, you tell me. How should I say that? If everything goes as planned, maybe that's it. The goal will be sometime in March, moving in there, because I figure we're already, a quarter of the way through. No, we're not a quarter of the way. We're already into January. By the time we meet, go back and forth on the lease, they would probably want to do it for March 1st, which gives us time to move stuff around, and that's a good thing to get squared away for that. So let's cross our fingers. And then the part of that comes into what do we call? If we have, you know, three standalone businesses. We got TRW, we got Level Up QC, and we got Fat Dad Print Co. And this is why there was TRW and Shirts and Stones, because if it was TRW and TRW, then people would come into TRW thinking, hey, I can get help with this, or I can call the front counter and I can talk to people and they can help me walk through my wizard stuff, or I can inquire about orders and things like that. And it's not really it is. It's the retail side. It would almost be like if you were ordering online from Target and you go into the store and you ask the cashier, hey, I need to find out about my order. Or you call in, and most times they're going to transfer you to customer service, or they're going to say, hey, here's what you need to do. So been going back and forth that. Love to have the Rhinestone world, but I understand why it was kind of that division. Does that make sense with it there for things? I think so. So, with that, we have what do we have? We got where's the rest of my notes over here? So there's where that is. So that's good. That makes me feel good in the chaos that has been the last few months. Having some stability is nice, and we're looking. So crossing fingers there on it. Next up is going to be, oh yeah, Jerry, any of the new stuff should be right there on the front page. Yeah, remember, there wasn't the last 2 weeks we've only had 5 total work days. So getting back in the groove yesterday and today's priority were two things. One, catch up on all the emails, messages, contacts. That's priority one. And then the priority switch to making sure everything was good for the color drop tonight, so we could show off the stones, do that, make sure listings were good. We were up until, I think they called it at night at 12:30 this morning. I was still on calls with China, and I called it a night about 3. So everybody who is there. So now it'll probably there, because I'm looking at right now in the pipeline for things coming up. Let's see. I know we did the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 that are there, ready to go. Let's see. We're putting in another, what? There's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45 designs that vary across heart awareness, right? Yeah, February we read for heart disease awareness. So we have those. We have Mardi Gras. We have Black History, and we have Valentine's Day and Galentine's Day. So we have 45 designs in the next probably 3 weeks. So there's stuff in the pipeline that TRW will be dropping for that. Just keep checking that front page; it'll be there for it. So that was one of the other things talking about. We're listening. People were asking Mardi Gras. Yep, that was on the thing. Like right now, looking at the schedule that I have listed here of stuff that TRW is putting out is Valentine's Day, Valentine's Day, Mardi Gras, Black History, Heart Awareness. What's that? That's like these hand gestures mean anything to you. Um, St. Patrick's Day. I'm looking right at it and I can't see it. St. Patrick's Day. Pickleball. We got requests on pickleball, so we'll make sure to get some stone designs out there for that. And it's you guys. You guys tell us what you're looking for, and we'll get to working on those for it. So keep paying attention to that. I would say at least every couple days, if you haven't check back into the site because hey, new stuff is going to be dropping there for it. So that's exciting. Next up, DTF is coming soon. I know, I've said it, but right now I was playing in the sandbox Monday night, Tuesday. What is today? Today's Tuesday, so it's Sunday night. Sunday night playing in the sandbox with the dev team. And right now, everything is looking really good. We're testing a few more things to make sure stuff works on it, make sure the processes go. There's some things that I need to set up that they don't have access to, so we can make sure that everything's processing on that. And then making sure that coupon codes will work on things, making sure that the correct paths are going to places. I anticipate that we should be able to bang all, and if everything goes to plan this week, we should have that taken care of. So then next week, DTF right through the Rhinestone world. Boom, ready to go. And then on our schedule, once we have that, is we're going to get into the facility and we'll, get you a full walkthrough video of everything that we're able to show off and do, and upcoming things with that. Because once the API works and we can make that there, I think we can do a lot more things that you guys don't even know about. Like full die sub cut sew. Hello, yeah, that's going to be on the horizon too. So a lot of exciting things that will help your business as well. So really looking forward to DTF. We're one of those first batches. We started in 2020, so we're going on 6-year anniversary. It seems like yesterday that I bricked my first printer, and now here it is 6 years later. So that is exciting for that. Let's see. Johnson just said my husband just asked when I was going to put in a new DTF printer. So DTF printing, is a love-hate relationship. It's kind of like, that battered relationship syndrome. You love it and hate it, and it's hard to give it up. But, you know, it's very easy to bring in-house. You can get started for very little. We were beta testers for the X-Tool ones. We've ran P600 converted printers, P800 converters. We started with the first gen commercial ones. The latest one, was, a quite cashy Kraken, you're looking at like 80K for it. So we've ran through a lot of stuff. Having a print partner that really helps us with our overflow, that is huge because we've only got so much time in the day. And there's one takeaway from this tonight is we all have the same 24 hours in the day. It's how do we use them? Are we being efficient with our time? And one of the best things that I've done to gain time is I've bought time. And how do you buy time? You sub things out, you bring in partners, you hire people to do things for you. If you can hire somebody for $10 to do something that you do and you cost yourself $30, you're buying back your time and saving money. So always look at your numbers will tell you what to do. We've all been stuck in that, hey, yep, this is just a quick little conversion thing, I can do this and that, and then an hour and a half later and you're halfway through and you're already in too deep and now you got to finish it. Yeah, you're always going to do that. I still do it. But buying back your time is a huge thing with it. And it is just it's easier just to order it. When you look at cost to run it, even though Xtool says that, you don't have to maintain it. Yes, you do. I've beat the hell out of it and it's been a decent one, but the cost of investment, spending $8,000 to $10,000 on it, average cost of DTF print, is going to be $3 a square foot. $3.50 a square foot, $4 a square foot, so $3 to $4 a square foot in there. You got to do a lot of shirts to pay that off, and you have to, make sure you're doing maintenance and make sure you're taken care of. And it's not a fast thing on that one. So just be mindful when you're looking at that. Sometimes people buy UV flatbed printers and then don't use them for 5 months. How you doing? You know who you are. Hopefully they go ahead and start using that because that's cool. We're going to see that. We're going to see it used. So that's coming soon. Um, Next up that we have on our list is I get a meeting. I don't know when it is. I know it's this week with Caesar, with the guys over at Caesar to maybe work on a little collab with them. They got some stuff in the works. You know, what can we do with them and how can we do that? We might even take a little road trip up to Michigan to see how that is. But Michigan road trips are, I got to plan those because hey, somebody's got to pull orders. That's where having an employee to be able to do that because like right now, Impressions Expo is coming up at the end of the month. Is anybody going to Impressions Expo at the end of this month? Let me know in the comments if you're going to Impressions Expo. I am not going to Impressions Expo, but Corey is going to Impressions Expo. We have, 2 days before we are supposed to leave last year, came down with the flu, wasn't able to go, had to cancel flights, do that. So we had flight credits and they had to be used within a year. And she goes, "Yeah, we're not going, are we?" And I'm like, "No." I said, "But you could go." And so yeah, they're gonna go out for work. They're going to Impressions Long Beach. So if you are if you're going out that way, let me know the day you're going, and let me see if I can. I'll see about if Corey's gonna head there that same day, and we got a part-time employee that's gonna go out with her. So a little work adventure to go out to Long Beach and learn some things and see what's new and talk to vendors that of possible products that we can carry. So she's gonna be the purchasing agent for that. So if you're gonna be out there, I'm gonna be jealous. It'll probably be cold and snowy and that here and there's this little restaurant that's right on the pier there that she'll take a picture for me because look, you're overlooking the water and it's sunny and gorgeous and there. And I don't know where or if the who is it? Why can I not think of it? Who throws the parties? I'm not even sure what the entertainment is. Why can I not think of their name? Ryan, the last one that we went to was at Everclear on the yacht. That was pretty sweet. And the year before that was Coolio, and we were front row for Coolio. And then the year before that was Smash Mouth. So some good stuff. You let me know if you're going to be there for it, because we'll get you in contact with Corey. We're going to she's gonna do everything there. So there's that. And then kind of finally with it, I'm going to check in with her to see. I'm going to check in with Corey to see how it is with it. How's it going? Because she wanted me to check in, so that way before we get to showing things off. Um, we got two things here with this one, and I'm going to try and be as polite as possible on the first one. When you're given instructions on how to do something and you don't do those instructions and you decide to do them your own way, you cannot get upset with the results that you get because you did not follow those instructions. We've had a good handful of not nice emails because people didn't listen and they decided to do things their own way and then they made things worse. And it was just because they didn't listen to what we told them to do. So if you have any issues with software or product or anything, hey, just pause, hit the button. Let's fill out the form, fill out the form, fill out the form. So we can get you the information and get you on the right track with it. Crystal and Pilar work their tails off to provide you with the best service possible, which I believe we have the best service out there. And sometimes you can see like 10 emails go back and forth. And if somebody would have just did in the first one what they were told, there wouldn't be a 10th one. So there's that. One of the issues that we ran into, and we're stopping the service, is converting designs to rhinestones. And and the biggest reason is 95% of the people are not doing it correctly. They are not sending in artwork with it. They're sending in results that we really can't do. They want something that's a 4x4 design. They want SS32 stones in it, and SS20s, and that's not going to work. They send in stuff that is 4 inches tall by 11 inches and it's all little text and they want to use SS10s, it's not going to work. And so you tell them, hey, this is the way to do it. And then they're upset because they just don't know. Or they'll send in pictures of things and say, I need this all recreated. And it's 100% artwork. And there's no, this was just for rhinestones. we're going to take a design like the word joy, and we're going to turn it into rhinestones for you. And you would be able to cut that out of flock and be good to go as a digital design. It became more of a hassle than what it was worth. So until further notice, that's done. There's a handful of people that do it pretty consistent, and it's no big deal. They know what to do. Here it is with it. But the ones that were once again upset because they weren't following the instructions just didn't make it there. Then we have the good old we have the rhinestone transfers. I'm anticipating spring. And the reason being is, you've heard me say it before, it's the labor thing. I mean, we only have so much hours in the day, and that is super labor intensive. So that's one of the factors that goes into getting the retail stores, because then we would hire the employee and then they would handle that. So we're not tied to it, and it frees us up to do other things. To spend 8 hours in front of a machine to make sure everything is good with it, and you really only make $100 off of it. Not the best use of time. So that probably won't happen until we get the storefront on it. And I'm drinking water to see how that goes. So I think there's sort of any questions, comments, concerns. He'll show you where stuff is on the website. We'll go over the colors. And Corey's putting bags together, transfers together. She's doing something, and I'm waiting to hear back from her. I'll catch up in your comments. We'll see where things are with it in there. Ooh, look at that. Well, if we go up there, it's awesome. We're stopping by to see you. We're stopping by to see you with it. Yeah, and that's right. Just order DTF from us. It'll make it easier. When TRW has it, and you can just go on the site and you can order it. And once that's live, we will do complete walkthroughs showing you how to do it, whether it's a gang sheet, uploading that, or we have the linear inch one. So you can just put in, hey, I need 10 of this design, 4 of this design, 5 of this, and it does it all for you. There's that. Price is the same on that. You'll have regular DTF and glitter DTF will be your options for that. There'll also be, I'm not sure if right off the bat we'll hit it with UV DTF, but that if it doesn't happen right off the bat, it'll be there I think pretty soon right after it. Barb, let me make notes of that. So we need speech, debate, and martial arts, graphic layouts. All right. See, that's what I want to hear. So that way we're able to do it for you. My DTF local printer just bought a flatbed UV DTF. Going to give her ideas and maybe help me print something. If you got it, get it. Like you got to use it. Got to use it. Brian, you're going for one day? What day are you going? And we'll see if we can get Corey out there. Do you mean you bought a UV printer and still hasn't been delivered in 5 months? No, I know somebody that bought a printer. And they're pretty desperate on it. They know who they are. And we just had a conversation about it. It's like, yeah, because we've all done that, right? Where we had the best intentions when we purchased a piece of equipment, like we're going to use this, and then life and business happened. Other things came up. We didn't go a different direction, but maybe something else came in, got added to it, and so it's still there for it. We're still like, okay, it's there. I have it. I'm gonna make the time for it. I'm gonna make the time. But then what happens? Other things come in, and other things come in. So we just gotta make sure we do time. Like for us, we have lasers that we haven't turned on a laser in 3 months. Because we're of how our business is changing and how what we're doing. One of the goals is using the design wizard, to show you, how we can set stuff up for lasers. It's more than just for shirts. There's so much more that you can use it for than apparel, and so that's that. And we're going to show that off, but there's a lot comes into it. Which having the retail space, it's divided up pretty nice where one side could be a complete studio, and that's what I was super excited for, because I'm like, there's power. It's isolated from here. There's an office that's inside of this, could be a complete studio. Really, really excited about that. Cheryl, it's not unusual. I know people who have went to import things and have waited 6 months for stuff, because by the time it was processed, it was put out there for it. There's equipment that we've had looked at to being manufactured first before, and it was a year out on stuff, and you were paying a deposit of 75% up front before you got it. So you were just hoping that everything was going to be good to go with it. But it's not unusual, especially if you're importing. Stuff can take 3-6 months to come in. Just depends on what it is. And Gloria said, I wanted to go to Atlantic City, but dates are not going to work. Maybe Fort Worth in the fall. That's a good show. Fort Worth in the fall. Good time to go there too. Yeah, just sitting there because you're busy doing other stuff, and it's just sitting there with it, like doing assembly and having extra parts. Yeah, and I did it my way. Ooh, I like that. I like that. I like that. Pilar convinced me to sign up for Hall of Fame and stop being afraid to really learn. Yeah, Janessa, come on, get it. Long Beach is the 21st, 22nd, 23rd, somewhere right around that time is when Long Beach is. So right along, I think it's 22nd, 23rd, 24th. And so Corey's going to go out there for that time with it. But of course, she'll go down and she'll visit the Crystal Ninja Dojo. So that'll be a fun experience for her. Subrolled, hello to you. And Gloria said, I did that with my Creo printer, but finally got it together and hooked it up. Now to get to where I don't have to watch a video every time I want to use it. What do you use your Creo mostly for, Gloria? Like with us, when we got it, you know, especially with running DTF and UV DTF, we didn't use our Creo a whole lot for that, but temporary tattoos. Temporary tattoos is where we have rock and rolled with it, which that's another thing that, could go on the website. It's just finding the time to do it because super easy add-ons for temporary tattoos to things. Actually, yep, it's not been 5 months, but my Romeo is still in the box. My goal is to tackle that next week at the grandkids during break. I'm just getting back on swing. That's Grandkids take a lot out of you. Kids take a lot out of you. You need time for that because just as you're starting to get into it, that's when every question comes up. Mom, 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 dad, 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 bark, bark, bark. That's when things go in there. Atlantic City impressions. I am no. I know until we have employees, I cannot travel. There's just too much for me to do until I can get somebody in place to handle some of those things. And a big part of it is pulling and shipping orders. Um, you know, we have talked to a few people for doing operations. Once again, takes cash to do it. It's like every money that comes in, we put right back into the business. 2026, I'm hoping to pull a paycheck out. Like right now, the other businesses are taking care of us, but as we're building up, okay, now here's the next stage, and here's the next stage, and just keep doubling up and put it in there for it. Look at that! Oh, you're in Nashville that week. The traveling one for you. And let's see. Sorry, Nora. Hello. Thanks for joining us. Lexi, good evening to you. And we're mostly for shirts to not have to order one-off transfers, a few hard service. Yeah, and that's where it is great for it. Especially if you don't have a DTF printer, if you only need one print, or even a lot of times you just need two to order transfers. What are we doing? Is we're getting the gang sheet. And you know what? Even a foot one is going to cost us $12, so $6 each on it. But then we've got shipping, and we got it printed, and then we're waiting for it to get here. So, and that's where it really, really comes in handy at is just being able to boop, just go there with it. I've had mixed results with it. Which is it? The T1, the T1 that I've had good results with. I have to look see because it's been a while. So I did it. Oh, the other thing. Oh, what were those balloons? The balloons. We did good with balloons when we were really pushing those, and so yeah, it was a great thing with it. We're gonna have any videos setting up live template interview might be a good topic for Hall of Fame. I think that does sound like a great topic for Hall of Fame. As far these live templates, so pretty much I can show you a quick like overview of live templates because the biggest thing with it, Barb, you know what? Why don't I do with that while I'm kicking this around? But I gotta open some other stuff and then we can show because it's pretty much once you're using that text effect, it becomes a live template. Once you hit that text effect button, it becomes a live template. Are you talking more on setting that up or for like layouts and things like that? So I guess we need to know from there. Chesterfield. Oh yeah, Chesterfield. What? That's yeah. Chesterfield. There a UPS? What something ships out of Chesterfield? And maybe it is where Caesar ships out of. Is that? I've seen. The only reason I say that I've seen there's something in that gets shipped to me that really, really does ring a bell for it. Uh, Got to hit the slots while you're at it. Maybe get lucky. The last time when we did Vegas for APA, yeah, I played the slots twice, and it was waiting for Renee's flight to come in. I put 20 bucks in a machine, and then waiting for my flight to take off. I put 20 bucks in a machine. Other than that, we stayed at Paris, didn't touch any of the slots. Never, it didn't there. In my younger days, well, first time I went out to Vegas, I don't even know how much we spent out there. But this time, I'm like, I'm not spending the money. I'm not spending the money. Or you'll love it. It's super easy to use, super easy to press, reliable. Like for most everything that we're printing today, like if you order today by noon, it is almost always printing and shipping that day and going out. And so if you're within our normal shipping, you're there. There's a lot of times that we have customers that are placing orders in the morning, and then they have it. Their UPS comes before 10, so they're placing orders and they're getting them within 24 hours. So it's really nice with that. And as we go through and we build out the network of printers, we're all using the same printers. We're all using the same profiles. We're all using the same inks, the same films, the same powders, everything exactly the same. So the goal is that as we grow this, everybody is only a 1 day ship out. So that's the goal of it. Can we hit it by the end of 26? We'll see. But it's always diversifying and putting things in there because we want everybody to be able to do about it for. The white toner. The white toner is good for an occasional print, but you're going to spend, six on a new one. What 6 to 8 thousand on it? You can find a used one for 2 to 4, and then it just depends on one. I really love the Creo. I love the pass through on it. It works amazing. And temporary tattoos. Hey, when we have customers that will order, 100 sheets at a time. 100 sheets at a time. Their cost $7 a sheet. They're retailing those sheets for anywhere from $12 to $20. It doesn't take a whole lot to get that paid off when you're going there with it. Let's see. I applaud Barb. Yes, I mentioned that I can show live templates on Hall of Fame. We created them on purpose. There it is. There it is. Layouts, so I can modify in the future. Okay, layouts. Yeah, and a lot. Um, what I do is I do what's kind of trending. We did the one webinar, which if you have, if you're a Wizard member and you purchased last month, you got your $29.99 in credits. You are able to use that. There's a webinar that I did where I uh, recreated a logo from the NBA, where it was like really liked it. It was kind of retro-y. How can we do this? And we showed how to do that and turned it into a live template. In fact, we ended up putting that template in one of our sports packs. So walk through that where you could recreate it from that. If you haven't watched that, use your credits. Go buy that one, and then we were able to see it and show it off, and then that maybe will help you get a little better understanding with it. Okay. I've been sending Corey messages and she hasn't answered. I was really worried that something happened. And I was like, oh my God, is she okay? Because I haven't heard anything from anybody. Ooh, okay. There it is. We got a bunch of these. I didn't expect this many of them. All right, so I just need a few of these. Hattie was doing stuff. They were labeling. They were labeling sticky because like I said, this was a
Mom's Rhinestones in the label.
Oh, look, they were doing it. So they will show colors. I'm going to take out the ones that I need here, and that way we can go through them because two of these you guys have already seen. You've already seen the crystal and the crystal AD. We've had those on the site for quite a long time. The other ones are going to be new ones that you haven't seen with it. So we're going to do that. What? She was busy. She was busy. Now she answers me. All right, let's see if I got them all. Bright citrine, amethyst shade, deep red wine, crystal AB, sapphire royale, shimmering sunlight, rose petal pink, elegant emerald. Is that all of them? Let's see. There should be 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm missing 2. What am I missing? We should have 10, right? What?
We got 8 new colors with crystal and crystal AB, so that's 10 total.
Right. So that's what do we, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's what I'm seeing. Which one did I miss over here? Deep red wine. Deep red wine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Deep red wine. Sapphire royal. What is there one that you missed? I just need I just yeah. What do you?
They're all the same. They're all sparkling stuff.
Sparkling strawberry. That's what we're missing. So we have. No, here, I'll give these all back to you. Thanks, Hattie. Hattie's working in here. You want to say hi? You want to say hi? They like seeing you. They like seeing you. She's like, Hudson will do it, no problem.
Gladly.
So Hudson will say hi. There.
Hello.
There it is. Hudson says hi. All right, there you go. Okay. So Corey's gonna make some stuff. I don't know what she's doing because I'm confused. Listen, today was a day. We've had that. Today was a day, and so we're getting there. Probably on my fan mail to you from Chesterfield. No, there was something that was really there. Don't remember what it was though, and I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to remember what it was. Um, although that would order sheets from you. I plan on focusing on embroidery. There you go. And right there, focus on what you know. Like in our mentorship community, I say that all the time. I would love to get an embroidery machine. Love to get it, only to have a better understanding of it. Because I know I don't have the time or mainly the time to put into it, but the knowledge to get it done right. That's what we have embroiders for. But I want to know the process. 100% with there. It'll 100% with it. Uh, I want to go to the tour of the Old Smoky Distillery. That sounds good. Yeah, I believe so. I believe that Pilar got that sent out because we talked about that yesterday. So I think so. I think it all went out there. No, I'm in the dungeon. She's not in the dungeon. She was going through the stuff on there. The citrine, yeah, the citrine, the bright citrine. I'm gonna go through the comments and then we'll go there. How do you rank Rhinestones? Korean, DMC, Diamond Cut, Premium. That's how we go. Korean is going to be your lower tier. And then, because we used to have the three tiers where it was Korean and DMC, they're close. Some of the DMC, way more sparkly with it as opposed to the Korean, but some of the Korean are really nice too. So that's why moving forward, when we move into whatever place we're going to move into, look for a spring sellout. And there's going to be a lot of things where this product hasn't moved in a year, so there's no reason for us to carry it. So we're gonna, kind of have that spring cleaning sale. We're gonna go through it, and once they're gone, they're gone. Doesn't make sense to bring stuff back in that just doesn't sell. And there's that. But the Korean Lowland line will be less in it. The DMC there'll be more in it, and they're kind of merge into one. And then you got your diamond cut, and then your premium diamond cut. So why would that label print that way? I don't know. So that's what we got there. Back and creating some rhinestone designs. Have a bit to hold me for a little while, but need some things and set up the UV light. Yeah, UV laser. There it is. That's what I'm talking about. Pixie dust. No. Like a darker crystal tone. What would you call that? How would you consider that, Corey? Yeah, darker crystal tone. Do you have it over there? Look in there. If Corey will look over there and see it. Yes, we got them all here for it. A whisper blue pinkish. So it's there. Let's see for it. Yeah, here, she's got it. So we'll be able to show it off. Boom, there it is. So pixie dust, right? Pixie dust right there. And it kind of has that bluey, it's polar. So the bluey purplish right there with it. But yes, that's pixie dust. So Corey's going to do design. I'm going to have her pour out stones over there so you can see it. But let's go. We'll show these off because I think I can do a side by side, and we're going to find out. So that way you guys can see what we're looking at. Finally, right? Finally, that way you guys can know what's going on. All right. Let's see. First up, let's go here. This is the design that we are working with tonight. Nope, that doesn't work that way, does it? That doesn't work that way. There I am. There I am. There's a design that we're working on. Single AF. That is for our daughter, Krista. Because what better design for her? Single AF. And we're going to use our new Spark Premium Diamond Cut Sparkling Strawberry. And we are going to
Darker one.
You're gonna pick out. How about you guys decide? We're gonna use the rose petal pink, and then you guys will help us decide the sparkling strawberry or the deep red wine. So that'll be on you guys to help out as we go through and see with it. So, and it's a little edgy. We know that. We know that some people aren't, they're like, oh, I would never put that on the shirt. What did you say? Yeah, 20-year-old, 23-year-old kid, she loves it. And that's what we've got, some good ones like that. So as we look at this, all right, good, we got that. Now, if while we're here, we're gonna go into rhinestones, right? And in rhinestones, we right here, we got rhinestones and rhinestuds. We're gonna click on Hotfix Rhinestones. Perfect. Hotfix Rhinestones. And you can see there's a new category right here, folks. Welcome to the stage, Hotfix Diamond Cut Premium Rhinestones. Get your dollar bills ready because here we go. Now, we have 6s, 10s, and 16s. Pay no attention to the 2 on the side, just in the center. The 6s and 16s, yes, they are there. Yes, it is the Crystal and Crystal AB. Yes, these are the ones that were in the Diamond Cut categories before. They now have their own ones because as...
16.
Right. She's yelling at me like, yeah, no. As the premium ones, they will get added to these categories. So we started with this, but SS10s, let's click on that. So we can see the colors. We can see amethyst shade, bright citrine, crystal, crystal AB. And these are the 2 that we had previously. These are the new ones. Then the deep red wine, the elegant emerald, the rose petal pink, the sapphire royale, and the shimmering sunlight, along with the sparkling strawberry. Now you can order through here or you can order at the top. Doesn't matter. They're going to be able to do the same thing with it. But if you click on it and we get into it, yes, click into it, buddy. What? Of course, when I say here, we're just going to do that. Why? The legit. What is going on? What is going on? Why is nothing? First off, can you hear me and see me? Everything's working that way, right? Right? Why is it? Okay, yes, we hear you and see you. Why? There it goes. There it goes, my friend. I'm like, what is going on? It was just you guys crashing the site. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe you guys are just maybe you guys. All right. Yes, I'm gonna do that here in a second. So we're gonna go back because there's the amethyst, but because I'm like it's here. Here. If we click here, all right, let's see. Maybe is it just the site's just being laggy? Come on, Shifter Shop. I had a great conversation with them when they told me something couldn't be done, and our dev team showed them that it could be done, and they're like, "Oh, okay." So that was kind of cool for it. But while I'm waiting for that to come up, I'm going to see it on this screen. I'm going to pull this off and just go back to me because I'm going to walk through the colors and then Corey's going to have them on the screen and then show them off for it. So you're going to have elegant emerald. And the bags are always tough because, you always see the backings to it. So it is a little more wonky with it. Ooh, look, it came back up on the stage. So here it is, diamond cut, SS10, 10 gross bag, premium diamond cut right there. And so a little better view of the color as we get into it. You'll see if you hover over, it tells you what it is. Amethyst shade. There it is, amethyst shade. Next one is going to be the bright citrine. Bright citrine. And then we have our crystal and our crystal AB, which you guys love those ones. And then we go into our deep red wine. And then we go into our elegant emerald. Followed up, I think this is probably one of my favorite ones, the rose petal pink. You're gonna love how that looks on the screen and when we show it off. And then the sapphire royale, which the sapphire royale will show you. The picture, I think, makes it more blue, like more blue purple than what it is, and it's definitely more blue. So I'm gonna adjust that when I see after it sees here. I'm like, not as closest representation to it. And then the shimmering sunlight. This is what we showed off last week, because oh yeah, what am I? You want to know how dumb I feel? I got the color stuff right here. I'm looking all over for it. And then the sparkling strawberry. So go there, order those up. We're going to show them off to you. Let's see. Let's remove me. Let's put me on here. And I can show them off this way. So we're going to start, and then I'll have Corey show them off on here. So we're going to, which one's on this? So we've got sparkling strawberry and deep red wine right here. So sparkling strawberry is this top one. And then I will give up I'll send these back over to Corey so she can show that off. So sparkling strawberry is that one. And oh, sparkling strawberry, baby. Sparkling strawberry is so sweet. And then we've got the deep red wine. So deep red wine is that one. And you can see the sparkle is just amazing on that. So sparkling strawberry, deep red wine. There's those ones. On this one, we have the Sapphire Royale, the Amethyst Shade, and the Elegant Emerald. So we have the Sapphire Royale. Oh, that one. Oh, man. And these look fantabulous in the sun. And then what did I say we had? We had the Amethyst Shade. The Amethyst Shade, there's that one rolling through its thing. And then the Emerald, the Elegant Emerald, right there. Look at that shine and shimmer with that one. And then on the next one, we have the Crystal AB, and this is the Bright Citrine. So there's the Bright Citrine. Yeah, look at that Bright Citrine, baby. Oh, it looks so good. And then the Crystal AB, which is just always amazing. And then we've got the Rose Petal Pink, the Shimmering Sunlight, and then the Crystal. Yes, I know Stone's missing. We found that out last time. But there is the Rose Petal Pink. Oh, that looks amazing. And then the or the Shimmering Sunlight, and then our regular Crystal. So those are the colors that are there. I'm going to bring Corey up on the screen. I'm going to bring Corey's camera up on the screen so that way we can see that. And then we're both going to go this way. And I'm probably going to get that and make her one, the big one. All right, there it is. So you can see all the colors right there, and you can take you do the little flashlighty trick that's over there for it. Remember, the code TWT25 is good for 25% off these as well. So she's got Shimmering Sunlight right there, very sweet color with it from there. And then we've got the Elegant Emerald. Ooh, yeah. Take your phone over and help mom with the light. You know what to do. You know how to do that. Hudson's going to go do some lighting assistance to show things over there for it. Nicole asked, "Is the shimmering sunlight a pale yellow?" No, it is going to be more of.
So it's more metallic-y and has a little bit of a AB look to it versus the citrine.
So she'll put them side by side, and then Hudson will grab his flashlight and roll them over it so that we can see the differences between the two. So that way we're going to go for it. And then when we look at the two with it, this is in the design today. We're going to use the rose petal pink for sure, and then you guys are going to help us decide if we use the shimmering or if we use the what did I say? If we use the sparkling strawberry or if we use
We're coming to those next to have a
the
discussion.
deep red wine. So there's the amethyst shade. That's what we got here for it. A nice dark, nice rich amethyst color on that. So that way that one looks oof, 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 oof. And then what do you?
So here's where we're at with the pink, the deep red wine with the rose petal pink.
Yep, deep red wine with the rose petal pink. That's what we're gonna have there. Or the rose petal pink with the sparkling strawberry.
I think I like it with the darker.
Well, you're the boss. You make two of them. You know, you do you, boo. You do you. You decide what you want to do with that, and that way we have the whatchamacallit. We can see it. So here, which one did you use?
The deep red wine.
Deep red wine. So we're going to do deep red wine, and we are going to use the monster brush to go ahead and put these in there. Remember, just light circles, just like just like Bob Ross did with the trees. That's all we're doing. So we're just going to make some nice little circles.
Try in for a minute.
Oh, Hattie's going to try in there, and see, even so easy, even a 9-year-old could do it.
9.
Excuse me?
I forget. She's 10. How old?
Excuse me.
Wow.
She's 12.
She's
Hudson says she's 12.
11. Good lord.
I know. It's very good. It's very good. So Hudson says, we're just trolling her. We're just trolling her. So remember, if you haven't entered, make sure to enter in because we are going to give the templates away with your next order that requires shipping.
Popped out, but
So you can win that. If we get 100 people here, we are going to give away a sample pack of each of the stones that we released tonight. So you're going to make some big stuff there. My advice on emerald burst. Hey, I'm topaz, so mine isn't even the greatest with it. I don't even know. Pricing is going to be 10 gross. So for 10 gross bag, that's what pricing is on. And they are premium stones, so they do come with a premium price. Not going to shy around that at all. They're not for the faint of heart, but when you use them, you will see that there is one hell of a difference in using these 16 facet stones. And that's where if we want to offer a premium product, we charge premium prices for it as finished decorators. That's what we have to do, where we can give our customers options. We can use a Korean Lolit or a DMC or a diamond cut or a premium diamond cut. We looked and see, on the market, there is a ton of people offering a ton of things, but there is not a whole lot that are in the premium market. Now, is that because nobody wants to buy them or nobody wants to bring them in and spend the money on the inventory? We're hedging bets that, it's the first one, or the second one, that they don't want to spend money on inventory. So we're going to spend the money on the inventory. And that's why we're only bringing in so many so we can test it out. And we're not stuck with a bunch of stuff just sitting there. Like a berry color for that wine. Yeah, it's a darker red. It's not quite a maroon, but it's definitely a darker red with it for it.
do we have them all now?
What?
Again, dark color, dark
Yeah,
board.
that's why you picked the dark color. That's on you.
I know.
That's on you. She picked the dark color, and she, she has trouble seeing these with it. So now she's going to go ahead and she's going to, get these all together, and she's going to use the handy dandy magic scoop, which, remember, put a cork in it. You want to know why? Because I forgot to the other day. I forgot to put the cork in it, and I cleaned some stuff up, and luckily I had the palm of my hand on the back side of it, and I was able to catch it, but that was a disaster waiting to happen as we were weighing things out. And I'm like, ugh, it was not good for it. So yeah, I think I love these colors. Like Corey went through and she's got a list and the stuff that she wants to order. And what we want to do is try to make sure, where are you at for school colors? What are the colors that people use the most? What are the things that people, are going to need more for school colors? Now for us, we're like, okay, what can we use for local things here? What do we like? And is there a reason to have 37 blues? No, let's pick out a few of the blues. Let's pick out a few of this and let's build off of that for it. So that way we are able to, we're able to go, we're able to, bring stuff in. And that's what we're going to do. We sell out, bring stuff in, replenish, go for there. And it used to be, it used to, what was I going to say? I don't know. I drew a blank with it. All right. She's going to go ahead. She just committed. She's just like, boop. Are you doing 2 transfers or 1?
2.
2. She's doing 2. She's going to do 2 and line them up because she's like, I'm not lining up S on this. And really what we've learned is it's because she needs that board turned the other way so she can do her hinge method. And it is not fun for her to try and figure out to do it this way because it doesn't fit right on the screen. So she's like, I'm doing 2, and that's how we're going to do for it. So the colors that she used was the deep red wine. That's what went first. And next up is going to be the rose petal pink. The rose petal pinks, which if you've ever looked at stones, the colors that are always costing you the most are going to be your reds, right? Your reds, your pinks, your roses. Yeah, your roses. They are they are not cheap by any means, and they like their stuff, and so we're doing it. So she did the deep red wine, and this is the rose petal pink. And look at that sparkle just from regular stuff right there. I can't wait to do it. Janessa is just on the site, and you can go get it. And Just saying, you can just go get it right now, and then you can see it. Wait till you see it done in this, and then maybe you do a rose petal pink, and then I know you got some, jet black stones. You do that around it. Ooh, those to me. Could those be some cheer shirts? I'm just saying, I like those colors. And that way we have it with it. Right? I just looked up, heard that talking, but I saw hands with pink nails. Not my nails. My toes are green. My nails are not, my fingernails, but my toenails. My toenails are green. I will go with that. I love how they look too. I'm not a good manicure person, Jerry. I'm a good pedicure person because I like my toes, but my nails, I just bing bang them up on too many things, so I can't go with that. Petals and wine, dark red wine. Yep, that's what I do. An ombre. I'm not mixing stones. Are you crazy? Like Corey would kill me if I tried mixing
If you
stones
cut the
with it.
pattern right, you could do it.
What?
If you got the pattern just right, you could do it.
Yeah, and do the right. I could totally make it into a pattern and do that with an ombre, but man, it is going for it. Yeah. Let's talk about the premium. Yeah, the premium. It is a premium. It is a premium product with it. And the prices reflect that. When we look and actually on these, our margins are less on these than they were on the other ones, so that way we could keep them there. But we knew at the same time, that we want premium things. It's almost, hey, when we look at levels of where these were, they're online with like the Swarovski brand. It's something that we went back and forth. This is when we took over TRW, projects that we had on the board was, release the Wizard, bring in new inventory of premium products, and that goes now more than just stones, because there are a few other products that we're looking at bringing in to see, if it makes sense, if it's worth doing. Some of it, just the minimums are way too much, and I'm not about spending $30,000 on something I don't know if it's going to sell. I don't know about you guys, but that's a risk I'm not willing to take, unless somebody wants to give me 30K, and then we'll go ahead and do it. But there's certain things we're just not going to bring in because of minimum order quantities. All right, she's back to this. She's going to go ahead. Boom, done. Bob's your uncle. She just nailed that. Single AF. That's right. Single F is what she's gonna do, and she's probably gonna wear this when she's out in Long Beach. That's what she's gonna do. She steal it from Krista, and she's gonna go out
Not
to
on a
Long
crop
Beach.
hoodie.
She's gonna go out to Long Beach, and it's gonna be sun and sandals, and so that's what she's gonna wear. She's gonna wear this out there for it. Um, uh, once she gets her learner's permit, I don't remember how old she is. Believe me, she's 12 going on 27 really quick. Oh yeah, you can 100% see the difference in them. Um, the I want to say everything that's SS10 is a 16 facet. The other ones are, some could be a 14, or the 14 to 16. But everything we brought in is a 16 facet stone. Yes. Let's see. Saw a whiteboard on Marketplace and thought she loves her chalkboard. I think we've got, I just found another one, and I think there's one up at the shop too. I think there's three. I think she has three of them over here. All right. All right. So this is for Krista.
Okay, can you show me the design again real quick? Is this supposed to be a straight, or is it all at an angle?
You want to see the design again? You want to see it on the screen. I'm like, what are you talking about? What do you mean show it?
You're staring confused.
Okay, I'm like, what are you talking about? Show the design. Like, how?
I want to make sure I'm putting it on here right and it doesn't look all
Like,
wonky.
what are you doing? Okay, we'll go back to the design, because we should just be able to look right there. Yeah, it's just a straight line.
No, it's not. It's the angle.
What do you mean? Oh, yeah, it's an angle. I don't know. I would start with the center and know what the hell I'm doing. I don't know. Now I get what you're saying. You got to use words that make sense to me, my man, because I don't know what you're talking about. I do not understand the words that are coming out of your mouth right now. I will say that, because I didn't know what the hell she was talking about.
Okay.
Sorry. Now we do. All right. Now she's back at it.
Ha.
Okay. So she's pressing these at
325 for 15 seconds.
That's right. And we're using the Kilo Dual Platinum Air Assist. And this is one of the products that we're looking in 2026 to bring in to offer to you guys, because it is an amazing thing. We've ran thousands through it, and it has been rock solid with it. All right, she's going to go ahead and peel. Boom, 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 boom. You need to when you show us, you need to, as you look on the screen, you can see that you're up towards you. You need to be back towards the back right corner a little bit more. So, oh, look at the shine! Look at the shine just with that. It almost looks like there's like multiple different colors of that red wine right there. You know, I'm picking up some, that deep color with it. I'm picking up, like a pink. I'm picking up a silver. That is a pretty good for that. So I'm really excited about that. Let's see. I currently spend 30 on 20 gross for one color for premium stones because my customers want quality. So I'm accustomed. Yeah, and that's the thing. Premium prices, and they just look really good too for it. I 100% agree with that. Like some of the dark colors, Pasha, that we were looking at was like there's a jet black where I'm like, it to me there doesn't, even though it's 16, and I'm like, maybe we need to see more of them together. That it's very hard to tell the difference between that and a diamond cut. And I mean, it looks good, but is it something that we would bring in? Probably not. Right there for it. Woohoo! Thank you for the sale.
Does this look like it's lined up right
Thank you.
according to your design?
Yeah.
What?
Does this look like it's lined up according to your design, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't see because I got a glare. That's why I told you to go back to that far right corner because I can't see it. We can't see it.
Well, I can't go to the corner because hang on, I got it.
Oh, because you have it. You
'Cause
have
it's
it.
a hoodie.
Yeah, you have it as a hoodie on there. Okay.
Okay,
So
I think
figure it
I
out.
think I got it.
All right.
I just brought it up on the site real
Yeah,
quick.
that pink is good. That pink is good. How many coaches are we down now? 8? It's been a while, boy. Currently, no, but that is something that we're looking at doing where it would just be a bag of each at a price for it. It's just that the quantities were limited on it. And like I said, there's only 40 bags of each. And that's what we started with to bring in for it. But that is definitely something that we've looked at doing. And that goes for here she goes as a peel. Let me kick this off of here. Oh, look at, oh. Yeah, God, it gives me a rhinestone bump. That makes me excited. That makes me excited. All right, turn it sideways and lay it down so that way we can see it and then run. Oh, that pink looks so good on screen. That pink, baby. Yeah, rose petal pink for the win. Oh, that makes.
And that's why they're more expensive.
Yeah, show some, put it down there, put it back on there and show some light on it. So that way we can see that off. So run the flashlight with it because that is amazing for that. Oh, yeah, that looks so good. I love how that turned out. I love how that turned out. Oh, it is there for it.
I'll let you do the light thing.
All right, let's see. Sounds like a Hall of Fame on how to do an ombre. There we go with it. 10 gross, 1440 stones. Correct, Pilar. Of course, Pilar got that. I think ombre cross in October, but can do another. There we go. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and do this because there wasn't anything else that you were doing unless you were doing another one of those, right? Right. Because we went because we got busy. So first up, let's get an arm around my shoulder. And let's get that there. And Hattie can't wear this one because that's probably not appropriate for a 12-year-old to wear to school. But hey, if you let your 12-year-old wear it, I'm not going to complain. You can go ahead. Look at, like, just sitting there, not doing anything. Look at that sparkle. Look at that sparkle and how that turned out. I should have you do another one on the Bling Book page.
Like pink and something else.
All right, you guys let us know. Here, Corey's gonna show. I'm gonna show this. You tell us the colors. We're gonna do one. Oh, look at that. We're gonna do one on a Bling Book page, so that way it's there. That way I have it to show. Look at that pink. I'm telling you, buy the pink. We should sell out of pink tonight, just from that alone. All right, we're gonna bring this back up here, add her to the stage. You can take that back, and. All right, so she's doing the rose petal pink again. And then what other color? I thought she was going to give us time to figure it out, and she just said nope. She's just doing it.
Well, I'll do like crystal or crystal AB or some other.
Crystal AB.
Hang on, what do I got?
You can even the strawberry, the the sparkling strawberry, because that one shows really nice. That's what I want to see, the sparkling strawberry.
You want me to
Sparkling strawberry?
not do it in this color?
No, sparkling. I want sparkling strawberry and rose petal pink.
Oh, okay.
Does that work?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
What color is it?
Maybe.
The
Or-
sparkling strawberry.
Not true anymore. Just saying. It's not true anymore. We were, but there are others that offer it. They're not at the. We went back and forth because we've seen some of the quality in it that they have some. There are a few, but we're gonna have the biggest and baddest selection. That's what we're gonna do. And Home Depot has a 2x4 chalkboard with a whiteboard on the back. Ooh. Well, once we get a new place, we'll see what we can do and put stuff out there for it, because they say one way or another, new place, man, that looks so good, so good. And that way is there, and that way we have it. What colors would you use in diamond? Well, it depends on the project, Jerry. Each project is unique because you're not going to, a lot is based on the design. Like when we were looking at these colors, what are things that we have come up? Valentine's Day, right? So we have Valentine's Day coming up. So that's where your sparkling strawberry, your rose petal pink, your deep red wine, that's where that comes in. We've got Mardi Gras coming up. So that's where you've got your purple, green, and yellow. We've got Black History Month, so we've got our green, our red, and our yellow. And then St. Patrick's Day, but we'll have more. There's a couple other greens that we kind of went over, and we're looking at bringing those in. So yeah, it just really depends. Really depends on it. Really cool if TRW had a jagged edge as a choice for rhinestone outlines, or feature that say ombre when you choose colors for the ombre. Really cool if you had a jagged edge as a choice. Barb, you might have to explain that to me tomorrow, because I'm not sure I'm picking up what you're putting down for that. That I want to say it was like just under $3,000 for it. I want to say is where we would be with it, right about there for it. And we do have ombre fonts for it. Let's see. Strawberry pink or with a crystal AB. The pixie would be pretty too. Yeah, you could definitely mix and match. You don't have to go all one, premium. You can definitely mix and match with those in there for it. That pink, right? That pink is awesome. Order 3 packs. I love the pink. I want to see all the stuff. I know what you're talking about. I would wear it. 100%. I would wear the rose petal pink. Not even a question about it. I would do it. I'm looking at doing some new TRW designs, as in like the Rhinestone World logo, instead of just a big circle. Some other ones that, some different variations of it. I would totally rock that pink. No questions about it. That looks nice, and I'm not a pink fan. There, see, we've converted Barb on a few things. What was it where she said she's not a pink? That was last week when we kind of showed it off, wasn't it? Where you're like, I'm not a pink fan, but that looks really good. Yeah, and that's the thing for it. Correct. 10 gross each bag. 10 gross each bag. Dab another one and let me get that. Here you go. I love it right there. It looks awesome for it. See, Johnson, she already went. Did pink on top, red center, dark red on the bottom. Oh yeah, you could have did a 3-layer one. Hold up. You could split this right now, and you could do the pink, because you could do one. You could do a sparkling strawberry on one, and you could do the other. So you want to see it? You want to split it? Yeah. So what are we doing? We're gonna do the strawberry. This strawberry, folks. I'm telling you, this sparkling strawberry. It is. Oh, it looks phenomenal. And look how resourceful she is. She's like, I ain't got any tape, but now she's gonna say ain't's not a word. I'm like, but you ain't got any tape. So she doesn't have any tapes. What is she gonna use? She's gonna use that bling book page to block things off with it. So, but just look at how it just blings through that right there with it. So we'll do the red right here, and because the other way, we could have did kind of an ombre effect where it would have been pink at the top and then red in the bottom and dark at the bottom. Maybe we'll just have to have her do another one with that ombre style, and we can show it. What do you think about that, Corey?
I don't care.
She doesn't care. Okay, so the next one that we're gonna do. So do you want to? Do you want to do here? Now I'm really gonna throw you for a loop. Do this one, do that whole thing red. And then the next one we will do I felt did everybody else feel that eye roll through that? Did everybody else feel when that thing got turned the other way where it's like, are you serious? I just did this for nothing? Well, now you know how to do it on the next one. So the next one you're gonna do top is gonna be pink, center is gonna be the sparkling strawberry, and then the uh, deep wine will be on the bottom. So yeah, Jocelyn, good job, good job. We're gonna do that with it so we can see it. That strawberry. This way we can all see it. Yep. Valentine's Day, Mother's Day coming too. Yeah, right there. Easter colors. So there are a few pastels. There's some ugly colors where I'm like, who is using this? And then if it's just I don't understand. And there's some other ones that are kind of muted, and ones where it just there's no real I haven't seen a real reason to go with it. But hey, there it is what it is. We're gonna help you. Easter eggs lined up in a row, each one different colored. Yeah, now we're talking because Easter will be. When is Easter this year? Easter's the holiday that throws me off because some years isn't in March, some years it's in April, and right now, there's probably already Easter candy out. You probably go get your peeps right now. That way, you're
I think it might be
able
beginning
to
of
see
April.
it for it. This is as far out as it goes. That's why having it's one of the things I can't wait about getting the retail spot and having the dedicated studio that we can build, and it'll make it very, very nice on it. Now, let's see. Let's see. I found my TRW crew shirt. Excuse you. We do need a new TRW crew design. I seen that in here. Didn't I see that in here? Because yes, this is what we're. And that's I said. I'm gonna. I want to do a couple new variations. There it is. We need a new TRW crew design. Yeah, we're gonna put a few together and go with it. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do that ombre from there. Charge me extra. She gets to go to Long Beach while I get to sit at home with the kids and work. And there is
Listen, I gotta
something
get paid somehow.
right. So that's her pay. That's her pay, folks. Is like her pay is she's gonna go on a trip and she's going on a work trip. So it's not even really like it's a workcation, right? It's like here we got flight credits to use. Go out here for this, but there is another thing that I was a deal maker this past week as we were going through stuff, and we do a lot of bartering with people. Like we know a lot of small businesses that they need stuff that we have, we need stuff that they have. Sometimes we don't need what they have, but it's too good of a deal to pass up. We work in collaborations with people. We do different things. Will be a new. There will be a Bling One probably by the end of this month back here at the house, and it is a Bling One that is familiar to a lot of people in the bling world. And it may have been a celebrity car. I would say it could be with that, but we've worked out a deal, and we had some open invoices and some other things. We're like, how does this sound? I'm like, that works for me because we got that. So keep on the lookout for that. That's the details I'm giving you. Those in the know. And those that think they're in the know might be able to figure it out, but there might be something. I'm pretty sure Janessa with her shut up knows what that is. So, yeah, I think that is very right, Debbie. I felt that, right, Teresa. I felt that side. That wasn't an eye roll, right? Can't see her face, but imagine what it looked like. There, Oxford Dictionary has ain't in. I'm down with that, Barb. I'm good with that. It is a nice bright red. Just look at it right there. Velvet's green all the way in Texas. I know. I know. Yep. April, back to more normal date. Yeah, that's April. What is that for? April. Oh, back April. More date. Going to use the rhinestones. Yeah, we just did rhinestones like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and we did a design with rhinestones. In fact, it was. Where is it at? Where did it go? Where did you go now? I'm looking around for it. I think
What are
it's
you looking for?
the ho 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 with the rhinestones.
It was back behind you.
Yeah, I know, but it's not there anymore.
But
I
you
don't know where.
adjusted them.
No, it's not. We did a ho 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 with some rhinestones, but I'm looking to see where I moved it or put it at. Something happened and it went somewhere. But yes, we did rhinestones not too long ago. If so, why did you use it? And a lot, it's personal preference. No lead, lighter, more. Some of them can be more masculine for it too. So we're using the press 325, 10 to 15 seconds, warm peel. This press, hopefully there. Used them last week. Yeah, it was just a couple weeks ago we did there. And so that way we go with it. Go back and watch. Perfect. There you go. There you go. That's right. Uh-huh. Yep. Yep. Yeah. Oh, and see, red on black is one of those ones that really throws me off because sometimes it's the red just isn't bright enough, and so it can really
this
get
one turns out good. I think the darker color, it's going to be harder to see it.
Yeah, if you did it on a darker, it would be harder to see, but that really looks good on how that one was it. So that way, we can really get through that and make some stuff happen there with it. Let's see what we have here for that, and that way we can go. So she's lining this up. We'll see how all this stuff plays out with it. Shut up, indeed. Shut up, indeed. Let's see. What do we have here? Love the Amore design. Very nice. You did a good job on that. Check if it's on the. I know that's what I thought, but join the season. Happy New Year. Had Happy New Year on both sides of it, and they were both sitting right there. So I had to pull them off for some reason to show somebody or do something with it, and I don't see them. I'm looking. I thought maybe I used them on the backs of one of these, and I did not because I pulled them down because I put the ones up here for that. So, I caught the glimmer out the corner of my eyes. I was looking at something else. Oh, yeah, Hercules, that's great. I love it. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. Yeah. Now we're gonna come over here and she's gonna show that while she gets back to the stage. And she
Pink,
pink. Yes.
strawberry,
Yep.
wine.
Yep. Pink strawberry wine. Yep. 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 While she's getting that one set up here, while she's getting set up on there, because we're gonna try that ombre where we're gonna go the pink at the top, the with the rose petal pink at the top, the sparkling strawberry in the middle, and then the deep red wine at the bottom. But here is your sparkling strawberry and your rose petal pink, and oh, oh, that looks so damn good. God, bless America. Makes me want to eat a hot dog right there. That looks so good. Oh, the pink and the red. So, so good. We're going to hang you right there, friend. You're going to hang right there, which is kind of weird for me to have hanging up there. Look at it just shimmer and shine. But you know what? Because the stuff right here, we're going to put it right in the center because now it should probably catch that a little bit more. Oh, look at you, friend. Hello, friend. You look so why are you single? There's no way you can be that sexy and single. That is hi. You look good. It looks good. It looks good. It looks good. All right. Let's see. We're gonna add Corey back to the stage. And she's up there. So she's got I was like, what the hell is going on here? She covered it up with the bling book page. So we're doing pink at the top. The rose petal pink is going to be at the top. The sparkling strawberry is going to be in the center. And then we're finishing off the bottom with the deep red wine. Yeah, baby. Love it, love it, love it. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. I need that strawberry for my Mega Bling. Yeah, that would have been awesome for that. Believe me, that's what I was thinking with it. So that was go around with it. That color, yeah, and when it's on black, I always feel iffy because sometimes red can get lost on a black, and it doesn't have the oomph that it should. But that turned out really, really good.
Gray, but I don't know if I have any gray bling book pages here.
I got gray. I think I got a
I
gray.
can do it on black. I don't care.
What?
I can do it on black. I just didn't know.
All right, you guys tell us. Do you want it on a black bling book page or a gray bling book page? Black or gray, black or gray, black or gray. Let us know which one you want to see it on, and then we'll go from there. I love the colors together too. Love that. Uh, I got my order in, but I think I need to order more. Yes, Nora, order more. Order more because like once they're gone, they're not gone. They're just out of stock because we will be bringing them back in. This was just kind of the test order of, hey, let's bring these in to see what to see what's going to sell and not sell. So that's what it is. Very blingy indeed. I love that. Very blingy. And that way we got it. Was it missing a thing in the S? Let's see. Was the shirt missing one in the S? Look at the shirt and see if you're missing something in the S.
Patty, will you go grab the shirt? It's super possible.
Yeah. Oh, because it'd be in the shirt. There, she's gonna look. They're gonna look and see. Alan, good eye. Good eye if it's there, Alan. Good eye. Good eye. Good eye. Like you're hitting the ball.
There was one that was on there that seemed like an extra, and I pulled it off, so it could have been that it went somewhere else.
Yeah. Could have been. Could have been. Could have been. Could have been. On here? Gray. Gray. Black. 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 Gray. Order in. Jerry's orders in. Jerry's orders in. So that means Jerry ordered something. Jerry won the template last week, so we'll send her a template this week. And now she's double entered in when she places an order. So you know what that means? She's going to win. That's what's going to happen. So everybody thank Cherry for hogging all the prizes. And this is why I do total random. We use the wheel of names. We do that. So go get your orders in. If you have not, do so now. So we're going to show that off, and we're going to do this one where it's going to be all done up in the ombre effect. So that way we're going to have the pink at the top, the sparkling strawberry in the center, and the deep red wine down at the bottom. And then we'll be rock solid. Good to go. I can't wait. I can't wait to see how this will. You guys, that was some. Everybody, give yourself a round of applause for doing for thinking ombre that way. I wasn't thinking ombre that way. I was thinking it for fading in the two, not thinking there's 3 parts of this. Yeah, it'd be super easy to do it. So kudos to you guys. And this is what I mean. We're always learning. I didn't think that way. You guys thought that way and righted my way. And so, yeah, totally makes it. Now she's seeing if she's missing anything. I don't see anything missing, but she had to get close and go there. Oh, look at that. Jerry says, I will not win. If I do, I'll give it to somebody else. All right. That's on Jerry.
Well, so Jerry wins. Not single.
If Jerry wins, what we'll do, Jerry, Jerry, we won't even give you an opportunity to win this. We'll keep you in there because we'll do a random one, one random winner, because we're gonna pull names for the 5+ year memberships. You win a mini pack of choice. We'll pull one for the a random winner for a mini pack of choice, and then we'll pull your name out of it. And when we do the drawing for the for the template, and you guys are just you're 28 people away. You get 28 more people here, and we will give away a pack of each as well. So pack of each as well, and it'll all go out with your next order that requires shipping. So you have 2 weeks to claim those prizes. So make sure to get your orders in that require shipping, and we'll do it. So is there some extra stones on that? What the hell's going on?
No, I wasn't paying attention because I had a friggin' stone in my way. Dang it.
Oh, has anybody did that where you haven't paid attention? You just picked up some stones from there?
Shut up.
Just saying. Like, and then she puts the transfer tape right back close to it where it can just, where the edge of it can catch a stone and flip it over. Oh my Lanta. I'm gonna need like some Tums after this. You talk about stress. The stoning stress is real, folks. Stoning stress is real. This is why I don't. Some things you're just better off not seeing, right? Like, I don't need to see this. It stresses me out. So I'm closing my eyes. And I'm not even I'm hearing. I'm listening to the sound of it. I'll know when she lays this down on it because I'll hear it. But until then, I know that there's probably.
I lifted it up.
Oh, she's cleaning it up. That means there's stones everywhere.
It up.
Oh, Jesus. She lifted it up. That means there's stones everywhere.
I moved the tape.
I don't even want to look. I don't want to look. There's probably.
The tape. Shush.
It probably looks like a mixed bag right now, doesn't it? It probably looks like a mixed bag where it's just all the stones.
Listen, I'm the queen of fixing it.
Listen. Like, you talk about an eye roll. This is hurting my soul. Come on, let's see. Tell me when I can look so I can stop being afraid. Because is it good yet? Is it like, oh, nothing happened? And this is the things like, this is why I tell you guys, in the rhinestone, in the rhinestone world, not only us as the rhinestone world, as you stoners know, This is why we charge premium prices for our premium product. There's work that goes into making into a rhinestone shirt. It's just not like, oh, I just ordered transfers and I press it, which transfers, spring, summer. Yeah, then you'll be able to say that. But until then, you got to brush them in. You got color selection. You got this. You got to make sure they're all there. Something screws up and a stone falls out of place and it doesn't go where it needs to go. Or how many of you have just poured stones out of a bag and you're like, what the hell color is that? And where did it come from? Like so much that just goes all over the place. And it is there. Well, I mean, you won 2 things, Jerry. 2 things. That was pretty nice. Like Tuesday's Todd's trauma, right, Alan? I'm telling you. I like to see your real life. It makes me feel not bad when I actually. Cheryl, this is real. 100%. I am there with you. It pisses me off so much when I watch a produced video where everything is perfect. And even if it's not perfect, even if it looks perfect and they're like, man, we had troubles with that. And the B-roll shows their mistakes and that. I love that. As opposed to that person's like, hey, all you have to do is sell 10 shirts and it pays for this, 10 shirts a month and it pays for this printer. Bullshit. You don't know what my overhead is. You don't know how much that costs me. And you don't know what I'm charging for shirts. So don't give me that. There's real things that go into it. Mistakes happen. I bet I can get Corey. You want me to set Corey off? You want me to set Corey off? Okay. So for those that don't know, and as soon as I say this, she'll know exactly which one I'm talking about. And I bet I get a finger or some kind of subtle, or I get a big sigh or I get some bullshit with it. So for those that don't know, we do cut glitter transfers for people. Right? And we have a select handful of people that we've done it for years where we do all their glitter transfers for people. I mistakenly misquoted the job. And by mistakenly misquoted the job, I mean drastically misquoted the job. Like lost money in the first hour of weeding these. Oh, first hour of weeding? What do you mean? Corey, how long did it take to weed one transfer?
Half an hour.
Half an hour to weed one transfer. How many transfers did you have to weed?
34.
Do the math, folks.
I lost over 15 hours that week of time I didn't have to spare.
Yep. Because I screwed up. I did. And so we all screwed up. And it was when I had just glanced at it, I'm like, oh, it's no big deal. Yeah, if everything's here, it's all open spaces. There was a palm that was in it. And
it was a ribbon.
It was a ribbon. It was a ribbon. That's what it was. It was a ribbon.
I got pictures of it.
It was a ribbon. And so when the client reached out to me, he's like, hey, just checking in to see how these are coming. I said, let me check. And I got Corey, hey, Corey, like, hey, how's it coming? You know that roll that you guys felt there? That was about, I'm pretty sure that's what like pushed asteroids out of our system when I asked her that. Because I got some choice words that we could probably not use in family TV, but it was like I had no clue and I screwed up and we lost our ass on it. But things happen. And that's what I mean is like I get so tired of people and everything always is perfect. There's never any issues. It's always here because then we start looking at like what the hell's wrong with me? Why do I screw up? Why doesn't it cut perfectly for me like that? Why doesn't it weed perfectly for me? Why am I taking so long? Why do I feel like a failure because I'm not able to do this simple thing that this person's showing on here? Well, because it's edited. That's
Carista?
Why. What?
Nothing.
Oh. There's so much of that where it's like it's manufactured, and no, since we bought TRW, I said I always wanted to be as transparent as real as possible. Now you guys aren't going to know every little thing that goes into everything, but everything we can share, we're going to share. And this is why I like doing the live this way, I don't know how we'll do it when we have a space. Will we be at that space? Will we be? I don't know because I like this. I like the little fun time playtime that Corey and I have. She puts me in my place a lot, and she does fantastic at it. And her nails are way better than mine. But to show, there is stuff that goes into it. There is time that goes into it. This is what we got to do with it. So, I'll get off my soapbox. I'll get off my soapbox for now. But I'm just saying that
I'm
was
gonna
there.
do highlights of something else with the AF and the heart.
Oh, look at her. She's all like, watch this. I'm gonna highlight this. What are you gonna use? A crystal AB?
No, maybe not.
What are you gonna use?
Maybe wisteria.
Wisteria. Wisteria Lane. So you want a wisteria? I got a pixie dust over here too if you want to do a pixie dust.
I don't know if the colors will lend themselves to that
Oh yeah.
because
So
they're kind of yellow and green.
oh you're true. So true that, homie. So she's gonna go ahead and she's swapping it up here. And I've said this time and time again before. Like here, it's a two-color design. Easily can be a one-color design. In the same one, two-color design. Now we've made it, we're like, oh hey, can we turn this into a three-color ombre? Yep. Now she's turned it into a four-color design. All from that same one. So there. Yeah. 34 transfers. Was bad. Not 37, 34. It's that tone of voice. I know. I know. Yeah. I don't know. Killing over almost 10. Don't use USPS. USPS. They go. UPS is going to be your best rate for shipping. USPS, it kind of in order of stuff, like especially if it's local, like within, and by local I mean in the continental US. FedEx seems to be the most, followed by USPS, and UPS seems to be the least. For express services, FedEx seems to be the best for it. International, I totally lost our ass on that because I didn't.
Okay, I got choice options real quick.
What? Okay, got options. Oh, great. Options. Let's look and see at options. All right,
It can
options
be
that we have here.
wisteria, which is the light purple.
Wisteria, which is a light purple. Okay. Let's see.
Lotus pink, which kind of has a green to it, so maybe not.
Lotus pink, which you said what?
Has kind of a green to it, so maybe
Evergreen, so probably not a lotus pink.
Twilight. Dark
And
purple.
purple. I knew Gloria was going to say something about that. When it comes to cost wise. Potion, yeah. Gloria, we have. I kind of like the potion. We have a customer that used USPS, and we shipped out their package on the 23rd, and they totally jumped our ass because they haven't received it yet. And of course, that's our fault. But we looked into it. They tried to deliver it 3 times. Where were you at? Why didn't it get this shit delivered? But a lot, it comes down to when we look at the pricing for it. When we, because we just are synced up with ShipStation, how it runs through there. It varies on what stuff is. Now, for about the last 3 weeks it's probably the last 3 weeks there through Christmas. There was what the rate for 2 day, I want to say 2 day for USPS was coming in on our end. Roughly, it was maybe a dime more than what it was for your priority. And we upgraded a boatload of people. It was only a dime. It was on us. And they got stuff in 2 days as opposed to 4 or 5. But shipping is one of those things where it is just, we don't really have any control over it. It is what it is. And I made a couple $100 shipping mistake and lost ass on that. That's what I do. That's what I do on things with it. Maybe when he teams up the kilo, he can give away heat press. Hey, I've looked at a few different ways of things that we can do with that, where we can give away other things, heat press, or if we can give away a Romeo, if we can give away a Juliet, if we can give away, things. So I'm behind the scenes. I'm hustling for you guys on stuff that they can give us that we can give it away to go there with it. Let's see. Sometimes glitter vinyl can be tedious and hard to see. Absolutely. These ones, what color were they, Corey?
What?
Those were white too, weren't they?
Green.
Green. So it was kind of a pain.
No.
What?
They were white.
Were they a pain to see?
White was easier to see than some of the other colors.
Okay, so
it was just so thin pieces that it was hard
there's
to
really
get them.
Thin pieces, really, really thin pieces with it. I did a mandala turtle for my grandson. It took 4 hours to weed. But see, it's a labor of love, right? A labor of love.
If I was doing it for somebody for like yes, that'd be fine. But like a company like that, no.
Yeah, if she was doing it for there, UPS was UPS was double December, and it's where it's wild because it's a shipper's game. Which one goes where and which time? Oh, there was somebody who selected. I don't remember what it was. It was like the slowest of slow things, and it said it was 7 to 10 days. And I reached out to them. I'm like, hey, you know the next option is like 40 cents more, right? Are you good if we switch this? And they're like, well, I'm like, I'm paying it. Here it is for it. What? Yeah, black one out, black one out. So that way we're going for it. We're going for it and to see what was there with it. And well, because in the old Florida from FedEx, 2 business days, but quick across. FedEx can be really quick, like because that was considered international, was it, Eric? Or no? With that, I think it was. Yeah, because that's considered international because you don't go across the border to pick it up. The international FedEx does a good job on that. We get send some stuff to. What do we send? Some stuff to the Czech Republic in Sweden, and FedEx was really good on that. The Norway, we just did USPS, and that turned out really good. And Brazil, we just did that one was. I think that one was a UPS for that one, but we do. It really surprised me. We do globally. We've shipped, to every continent except for Antarctica. And that since we've had it, we've shipped to Europe, we've shipped to Africa, we've shipped to Asia, we've shipped to North America and South America, and we've shipped to Australia. So it's always cool to see when that stuff comes up. It makes me excited. I'm like, oh, here it is. So 325, 10, 15 seconds. Let's see how this one goes. Get your stuff in here because you're going to have about 3 minutes to fill out the form to get it in there. We'll finish this up. We'll go through it and we'll get the stuff in there. And there, no UPS is popping up. Oh, I'm gonna go look at that real quick. Let me go look at that real quick while Corey does this, and she she can tell because I'm not even looking at the screen, so you guys have to tell me how it all looks and goes from there. So I gotta go check on the back thing. I gotta go into orders. Oh no, I'm gonna go in here. We're gonna check out shipping and see why. Because yeah, I know I ship stuff out. Yeah, it's in there. Yeah, it should be in there. And well, let me check out something else. All right. Yeah. Well, how's it look? How's it look? Oh, yeah. Yeah. That looks great.
The darker is harder to see on the
Yeah,
black.
and that's what I run into is the darker can be harder to see on those colors, on the black. It's there. We'll have her bring it over to us, and then we'll round this out. We'll get out of we'll go ahead and get things going. And so it's 8:45 right now. Let's give 3 minutes to get everything here. And this is what I mean, where the darker that is a little harder to see, like right there, it is harder to see on the black. And so that's something to consider. But the rest of it,
like a crystal or crystal AB into the pink into the brighter red.
oh yeah, a crystal. You could have did that for sure in there. So let's use some flashlights. And like I said, it's 8:45. You got what, 3 minutes? 8:48. We'll shut it down. If you order during this time, if you got an order in the cart, finish that up. If not, let us know, and we'll make sure that you're added to the list. Everybody get entered in. We'll give away mini pack. We didn't hit our 100 unless you guys pull a rabbit out of a hat. That's there, but we'll give away those transfers to there. But here it is. What did you use for the pink? Was that potion? Or for the AF and the heart? Yeah, it's a potion. So as we look through this, there's potion right there. There is the rose petal pink. Rose petal pink right there is at the top. Sparkling strawberry. What? There is a stone. Good catch, Alan. There's the what I say, rose petal pink, the sparkling strawberry, and the deep red wine. So there are all those with it. Oh god, man, that looks. Because even there, I mean, it just looks good. And that potion is a great potion too with it. So get your orders in. Got about 2 minutes. There it is with it. Any other questions, comments, concerns? and that way we'll go from there. But we're gonna, yeah. So there, we'll hang, we'll hang, we'll hang it up. We'll hang it up right there, so I can put colors up here. Tomorrow these will change. These will change tomorrow. We'll put the color cards up there with it. Because remember, if you haven't seen the colors, we'll show those off again here, so you can see them and go through them and get the stuff taken care of for it. Here's the rose petal pink, the shimmering. No, it's that bright citrine. Bright citrine's over there. That one is the shimmering sunlight, right? Shimmering sunlight, and then the crystal. And that way we have that here. There's that. Oh, it might help if I turned on.
Yes, I think if we would have done that on the gray.
Yeah, all the gray would have looked fantabulous on it. So we've got those for that. Oh, those look great here.
I'm just looking for where you put the ho one.
I don't know where I put the ho. So I don't know. I don't have holes in every Ori code, so I'm not sure if I pulled it off there. And here it is back for you. Got about a minute to get stuff in there, but that pink, man, that's good. Maybe we can get Krista to go ahead and model this for us in the sun. We can because in the sun, baby. You know how good that's gonna look in the sun? That's gonna look phenomenal in the sun. There's the bright citrine. Look at that. Just look at that on the screen. Bright citrine. That just looks amazing with it. And then the Sapphire Royale, the Amethyst shade, and the Elegant Emerald. Those are all there with it. So you can see those ones looking good. And then the Deep Red Wine and the Sparkling Strawberry that we use tonight. So looks fantabulous. I cannot lose any stones because we're going to. So that hit that. I'm going to go ahead and tell you that if you have any orders in, let us know. Flock rolls aren't coming back in stock, Jerry. You can buy it by the foot. The reason being is we don't know what's happening with flock. I actually had a other distributor reach out to us to see if we would sell them flock because they can't get their order. They're in the same boat we bought everything that they had left through the distributor. They're unable to get it. We're trying to work different avenues to see what we can do, but the rolls won't be in stock, but you get the same value for that. And since we've actually shown on the roll where the more you order, the more you save, it hasn't been uncommon for people to order 50-foot roll. We just roll it off and go for it. So don't look for those anytime soon. Yeah, and Lori, that's what we said. Where it's like on black, how's it going to look? And we run into that where some of the colors just don't look good on that. Bottom single color that was red wine and potion on that. Potion is so good on there for it. The potion does look amazing. It does look amazing. Let's see. What was it for the flock? What did I miss? There's that for it. There's that for it. Did I miss something there? Price roll, yeah, match, yeah. So everything is there with it. It's just the rolls because they would cut them down, they'd package it, they do everything that, and that's not there. And yeah, to do it, cost effectively, it's not cost effective. So that's why it's all comes on the master rolls, and then we're cutting it out from there for it. Those pretty, yes, and that's one of the things as Gloria, as we get new stuff, that's one of the great things about the Wizard being a subscription. If this came out afterwards, we'd have to wait for an update. We'd have to wait who knows how many years for it. Now we can put this on here. Now we got the new colors. Let's put it out, add a new one to it, and then we can have it. And you're fine. I mean, we've got a couple, 3,000-4,000 feet, of it. So we should be good for a few months on it. But there's a good handful of us suppliers who use the same vendor to get our stuff from, and all going through the same thing. Like once the inventory that you have is out, and there's some behind the scenes politics that go on with it. Who's purchasing who's doing this? Are you selling inventory low or whatever the hell you're doing? We've got other things in motion to see if it works out. Will it be blue? Will it be pink? Will it be green? Will it be a different color? We don't know. We're trying to things that we're doing is making sure it works. That's the biggest thing. Does it work? Color doesn't bother me so much as does it work, and is it going to be cost effective? So there's a little behind the scenes for you, so that way you have it. That way you have it good to go with it. Okay. Now, I'm going to go over and I'm going to pull the stuff because the giveaway is closed. Giveaway is closed. So I got to find my lives thing with it. And today is January 6th. So we have a new one in here. So we will pull everybody that ordered. We're going to copy those people. And we're going to go find the Wheel O Names. Wheel O Names. Something else that never seems to happen to somebody online when they're live is they never seem to, they always seem to spell things right. Never anything wrong. Not me, my friend. I am probably one of the worst spellers on the internet. I'm fine saying that. I'm okay saying that. Okay, so we've got those winners in there. Then I will come over here, and this is the 6th, so I will pull from right there. There's Nicole all the way down to Janessa, and we will copy these and put these in the Wheel O Names. And then I'll show you guys so you can see that this is legit and we're good to go. So I have to stop this share screen, and then I have to present another screen share. So we're going to share this screen, and the Wheel Names is what we're going to share. Wheel O Names, Wheel O Names. Everybody can see the Wheel of Names. Oh, we'll save that one. Everybody remind me next Tuesday to talk about the Philippines, because I think I did a Tuesday with Todd on that video where it was like a $700 mistake. $700 mistake. So that way it's there, it is what it is. All right. So before we draw, I got to go back in here to find it for the five plus year member. 5+ year member. We're gonna pull that from there. And random winner, we'll use the wheel picker for. Random winner, we'll use the wheel names for. So 5+ year member in 3, 2, 1. You are the winner. The winner chicken dinner. Is it gonna post? And is it gonna post in there? Alan, congratulations. You, my friend, have won a mini pack of choice. 2 weeks to claim it. Go ahead, send in the picture, the SKU. You know what to do. You got this. Congratulations on the winner there. Now, let's see what we got. Let's see what we can do. Winner, chicken dinner. Here we go. We're going to spin. Everybody's name should be on there. If you ordered twice, Gloria ordered twice. So she's in here 3 times. Bam, 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 bam. So yeah, it is. There it is with it. As we go through this. 3, 2, 1. This is for a mini pack of choice. You have 2 weeks to claim it. Send in the SKU. Email it in. Info at the Rhinestone World. Here we go. Ooh, right there, Rose Thompson. Congratulations. You have won a mini pack of choice. Just supply the SKU. You have 2 weeks to claim that, and we're good to go in there. Now, I'm going to find Jerry, and we're deleting Jerry. Jerry, we're deleting you. You said we could delete you because you were going to give it to somebody else, so we're just going to delete you out of here. How's that sound? Jerry's deleted. Jerry's in here twice because she ordered it, so be gone, Jerry. Jerry's in here. All right. Everybody else is in here. Let's go. Let's spin the wheel and let's see what happens here. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, spin. Do you see your name? 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 Cindy Rain? I thought it should be. Hold on. Let me go back and look at this. Let me go back. I just gotta go back and look and see because this for. I wish Cindy know how to spell her own name because I'm like, wow, a Cindy Rainbow. Cindy, I'm not sending. Did you order anything, Cindy? I'm not gonna send it to you. You can come pick it up. Cindy's local to us. Cindy's local to us. I'm like, Cindy. I'm like, Cindy. I know, Janessa, you were so close. I'm like, Cindy Rainbow. Like, I know Cindy Ramos. Is that who it is? Yeah, Cindy. Cindy, you haven't did that. You haven't did that. So Cindy Ramos, you have won the Magic Flack template. Congratulations. I need to wear my glasses. Very, very nice. You got it. All right. with that, is there anything else that I'm missing? Questions, comment, concerns? Let me know. Girls, did I miss anything? Let me know, ladies. Thank you. Everybody give a big hand to Polar and Crystal as they work their little tails off. They get stuff. They were, enjoyed some time off, but man, it's been a long 2 days, and they were slowly getting back to it, making sure everything's getting all. I was about to say I's are getting crossed and T's are getting dotted. You know what I mean. All the stuff is getting done. So we are going to get that done on there. Yeah, Jocelyn, that's right. Team Todd for spelling. I'm that that Philippines one. That was 2020. The whole job was wild. Do you want story time now? Do you guys want story time, or you want to get the hell out of here? You guys tell me. Story time. Story time, we can give you story time, or you can save it for next week and you can go from there. I'll completely leave it up to you guys, but it is a wild story, and it was wild from the beginning to the end, and I wouldn't really expect anything less from it because it was so much fun with it. Genesis is story time. All right. So I'm going to walk you guys through this, and you guys, I want to know what you would do. I'm going to pause. You're going to tell me what you're going to do, and you're going to go through this. Okay. So first up, I got a message on Facebook requesting an order for shirts. All right. Everybody been there so far, right? Here, here it is. It's here. They want some shirts. This message came through on Facebook at, I don't know, I want to say about 2 in the morning. It was in the middle of the night, sometime between 1:30 and 4 is when it came through, and they were looking for shirts. This was in, I want to say it was when COVID was going on, 2020. I want to say it was 2020, Easter time, 2020. So right when things were wild, right? So we got a Facebook request for, I don't know, a couple hundred shirts. I think 400, 500 shirts. And they had what they had on it, and it was completely broken English. Completely broken English. Facebook message, middle of the night, 400 or 500 shirts. Okay. Now, what are you doing? Are you taking that? Are you going? What are you doing right now? You get a message, middle of the night, broken English, 400 or 500 shirts. The name is a name you can't pronounce. It is Philippines. That's when you look up, when I clicked on the profile, it's Philippines. So what do you got with it? What do you got? Are you even answering? Are you doing whatever? Now, for me, this is COVID, right? COVID was going on. And it was like, you know, I I don't know. Let's go ahead. Let's play along. Let's play along. Let's see what we can do. So I I tell them I price it high. Here's the price of it. Priced high, like really high. Okay. Here's the price of it. Gave them the price for it. They said good. Okay. Price good. Okay. Well, but here's the thing. For payment, I'm gonna need payment up front before we even do anything. Okay. I'm waiting for a courier service or something. I'm waiting for something, I'm waiting for something, right? Like I said, payment, they said, okay. So then they said, how? I said, meet in person. We're gonna meet in person. We're gonna do this. We said, okay, where? Panera? Public place, whatever. When? Oh, okay. So I picked it out. Now I'm worried. All right. Because I'm like, all right, I told them the price. I told them payment was due up front. I said, okay, what are we gonna have for it? And they're like, yep, we're good to go. Okay. Time, we got this figured out. And now through the back of my mind, I'm going, what am I being set up for? I'm like, I mean, I went through the game. Am I getting killed? Because I told Corey she needed to come along, and she goes, "Why?" I said, "What if somebody tries to kill me?" And she's like, "What? You're gonna put me in front of them?" I'm like, "No, but you're gonna be there to save my life because I can't function without you. So I have to die before her. So she's gonna try and save me." But I'm like, I'm getting murdered. I'm getting set up. I'm being sued for something. So there's some kind of summons that's happening, or an illegitimate child is going to say, "Hey, Dad, nice to meet you." From my my trifling hoe days. Something. I, every bad thing I could think of, that's what was going to happen. It wasn't a real order. It was going to be, I was getting murdered, I was getting sued, I was a dad again. That's what I was going with. Those are my three things. So we go to Panera. All right, we're at Panera. Get a message that says, "I'm here. Where are you?" I'm like, "But don't. What are you in?" They're like, "Not here." Like, look in the parking lot. There's nothing there. I'm like, "See, scam, scam, scam. It just wasted our time. This is garbage. Whatever." And then they said they were at Panda. No, no, we're at Panera across the street. Okay. So, said what they were driving. Sure as shit, that Honda CRV pulled in. I'm like, okay. What's going to happen? Am I getting summoned? Am I getting murdered? I'm staying inside. I'm staying inside. They're not going to kill me in Panera. Panera is a cool place. You're not going to kill anybody in Panera. You're going to kill them in the parking lot, not inside. They got bread bowls. You're gonna wait. So no, I'm hunkered down. All right. Well, then I see one person get out. I'm like, okay, I think I can take them. I don't think they could kill me. I don't think they could kill me. So we're good there. And then I'm like, looks too old to be a child of mine, but I don't know. I don't know. And okay, I don't see any envelope. I don't see any paperwork. I don't see anything there. It's just a purse. Maybe they're gonna come out with it. And it was a little Filipino gal, and she came in. She said, "Todd," I'm like, here it comes. Give me that paperwork. Am I a great, Maury Povich style? You are the father. I'm like, what do I do? All right, that was with my first wife, so I don't have to rub this over with her. But now this wife, like all this shit was going through me. Then no, she's like, yeah, it was for church. It was for church. It was for church. They needed shirts for church. And I'm just like, oh, okay, fine. So we started, we started talking. We got this. All right, here's everything that we're doing with it. She opened up her purse, had Corey reach inside, and I think pulled out $6,000 in cash, fives and tens and twenties. Like, what in the hell? It was the money that they had collected, from Phil. Here's this. And it was like a fat wad of cash. I'm like, I totally thought I was getting scammed. Never once answered. Now I'm sitting here holding like $6,000 in cash during the beginning of COVID, or when we didn't know what was going on. I'm like, oh my God, like this is wild. Like this is legit crazy. Like this just happened. And I called our group chat. We got a group chat with Pilar and Renee and Kelly. And I tell them the story, and they're the same thing: scam, 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 scam. I'm like, is it though? And they're like, what in the hell? So do the job. All right. When we get the job, all right, artwork's approved on, like here, where they're like, okay, we want this here. Send them mock-ups. Yep, here's color, here's this, everything good to go on it. They're like, yep. I'm like, everything is, because it was a cross and it had Bible verse in it. So you had words, that kind of, that kind of wrapped around to the next line and went through it. I'm like, they set what they wanted. Here's this. Okay, good, good. Yep, yep, good to go on it. All right, got it all ordered. Got transfers, got shirts, got that. Then we had a storm come through. We had a storm come through, and it took out the power because at this time we couldn't work in the mall was closed. We couldn't get in there, so we couldn't even work in the mall. We didn't have any power in the house. They didn't know it was gonna be. We had a out of straight line winds, El Nino, whatever the hell came through, and it jacked up the hood. Like we had a tree come down on the house, and then we ended up it took out part of the roof and the siding and window. I mean, it was just bad all the way around, and we didn't. So we're like, what the hell? Because we need to do this. So what do we do? Is Corey's parents live up the hill from us? We're like, hey, can we borrow your electricity so we can work? And they're like, sure. And that was kind of the first time they actually got to see us work and how we do it. And they're like, holy shit, like, oh, I didn't realize this. So we're doing transfers, and Corey's, I don't know, maybe 50, 75 deep on. She goes, "Hey, what's this supposed to say?" My heart sunk. What do you mean? What is this supposed to say? Well, spell check doesn't catch Philippian. What's that? Philippians to Philippines. Guess what? Because it's a word and misspelled it, nobody caught it. What do? You've already got the stuff. You already get it here. Do you finish the job and be like, you guys approved all this artwork? You did it from here. Or do you stop where you're at and redo everything that needs to be done? So luckily, because how I now I got to look at it however it was there. We had to we were able to cut out a word and move it over, put the E in or whatever it is, the Philippians to there. We were able to make it work, but that means we had to go through every transfer, trim out everything, and redo that. And because I think, I I think what we did was we cut that out, and then I did it in DTF because we just got the DTF printer, and I just started doing that because that would have been right, right there, COVID time right there for it, because it was like the transfer order here was the job turnaround time, what it needed to be from, and I think I did that. Or did we cut vinyl? We might have cut vinyl for it because it was white on white, and it looked, or it was white and it looked fine with it. But it was like, at the end of the day, it was like a $650 mistake because all the transfers were wrong. We had to cut all the stuff out from. We had to cut. It was either vinyl or DTF that we had to do with it and make it all right, and it was just a nightmare. So I'm telling you, man, you guys make mistakes. We all make mistakes. Like, mistakes happen, and it's how you come out on the other side of those mistakes. That's where you find, whether where you are in business. I make mistakes all the time. I, and a lot of times I tell everybody about them. Want to know why? So that you're not alone. And that was a $650 mistake. I've always said, do not take any job that you cannot afford to redo out of your pocket. So many times people price these jobs with such thin margins that one mistake can put them out of business because they don't have the cash to go buy and redo from that. A customer wants a reprint because you spelled something wrong, you did it wrong, $5,000 or $5,000. Guess what? It's got to come from somewhere. Why is that the customer's fault? So we really got to, you got to think about that. We did, like, our scariest one was when we, did the football stuff. I think all in all, that job ended up being close to like $17,000, and it scared the shit out of me. Because I'm like, if we screw something up with this or we do there, like, you know, like, we will take everything we have, because that was right. That was like, I think within the year that we just went full time with the business, so it's been 2018 where we're like, yep, this is what we're going to do. And when we started the business, I pulled everything out to start it. When we said, hey, we're going full time on this, like, I'm leaving a very nice paying job with benefits and this thing called, vacation and insurance and all this stuff included. And we're going to give this a shot and put everything into it. And so I put all my eggs in that basket and said, we're going to make it work. And now here it is, 8 years later, and we own the Rhinestone world. How wild is that to say out loud? Still the same boat, not pulling a paycheck from it. We're still the other two businesses are keeping it, keeping us going. But we put everything into it, and it scared the hell out of me. So you will make mistakes. You will figure out ways to overcome them. And if not, that's what we're here for, because it was there. Right. Yeah. Killed or scammed. Killed or scammed. That's what there. Yeah, killed or scammed. That's there. That's the thing. I didn't get sued. I didn't even think about getting kidnapped because I'm a fat guy. They're gonna have to really work on that. It's easier just to murder me to go on there with it. But yeah, the tree. It was just all the way around. I thought to God I was dying with it. You just told me your bedtime story. You're very welcome, Deborah. Glad I could tell you. Glad I could tell you that. But that's what I'm saying. We've made mistakes over the years. We've screwed some things up. We've done a lot of things, and that was just one of them where, you're going to do that. You're going to make mistakes, and it's how you handle it. We've misspelled names. We have misspelled proofs after the fact. I don't know how the hell that happens. Like, that's not what's on the proof. I'm like, that is. The only thing I can think of is I used an earlier version of artwork. I don't know. I just had yesterday, where somebody sent in an image. No, it would have been yesterday. It was Friday because they sent an email on Monday that said, "Hey, wasn't sure if you got if you guys were open on Friday. Did you get this?" And I'm like, "Yep, it printed and shipped on Friday. You'll have it today." And they're like, "Hey, these colors aren't right." And my heart dropped because it was like a $500 DTF order. I'm like, "Okay, we'll get it taken care of." And then I looked, I'm like, "This is the artwork that was sent." I'm like, "I can't make those colors appear." And they look, they're like, "Shit." Yeah, they made the mistake, not me. They sent the wrong artwork, and must have been a layer missing from it because there was none of that color in there. So yeah, things just happen. I get scammed out of like 2K worth of product in my regular job. Thankfully, I didn't get fired. That's good. Even during this process of ordering stuff, like through China a lot, they're doing it through PayPal, and I'm like, I'm sending tens of thousands of dollars overseas. No, like, what if they sorry, sir. Who are you again? It scares the hell out every time I do it. Or we can do the wire transfer, but the wire transfer costs, and then it holds up getting our stuff. And so it's like on some of the stuff we do it from there. Some of it they don't, they won't do a credit card for, or they'll only process so much of it. And it's like going through. I remember, when we first got started. I remember the first time I spent, over $100 on material for something. I'm like, spending $100 on this. And granted, that would, was the early 2000s, and just like I don't. And then I remember the first time spending $500 on something. And I remember, the first time spending 1,000, and then it was spending 5,000, and it was like, then when it came to that football thing and spending $10,000 on stuff to get things here, it was just like, oh, okay. And then now it's like, oh, well, here, our monthly bills to run everything, is $30,000. And so you're just writing that out every month. And it's like, holy hell, like you've got as the business grows, the expenses grow. So it's like the more you move, the more things cost. Some of the stuff that, people want us to carry, minimum order quantities. And when you factor that in, we've sampled out some metallic puff. But I was seeing if I had it right here, and it's nice, but we can't come to a term on it. I just want to let me bring in a roll of each one to see where it's at. And they're like, nope, this is what you need to do. And it's each color, and here's what it is. It's $25,000. Right? To bring something in, you don't know if it's going to sell. So there's so much where you just you take it and you go through it and you do what you can with it. But with that, story time with Todd has come to an end. Did you guys learn something tonight? Learn some new colors. We're gonna put these hanging up behind here, so you'll see them tomorrow. Yep, that doesn't look the greatest in there, but even from the side, man, it's got some shine on that from the side. You can see it just from there. And that pink, you guys crushed on the sales tonight. We will get next week, maybe DTF. If things go well this week, we'll talk DTF. We'll go that. We'll have codes on it. We'll walk you through building. As soon as DTF's ready, the next Tuesday with Todd will be all about DTF, what it is, how it works. If you haven't used it, if you have, here's how it works on our website. Here's how to upload photos. Here's how to upload pictures. Here's how to, with our builder, you can remove backgrounds. You can remove colors. Pretty sure you can swap out colors on some of the things too. There's a complete library that has ready to print artwork for you, so you can use that to build gang sheets with, and then we'll walk you all through that process, and that way we'll be really pushing that stuff for there. More rhinestone colors are on the way for stuff, and maybe we'll have some more information on what's going on with the locations. We'll keep you guys updated on that, because then once that happens, then a whole other thing. You guys will be there for the build out of a place. You guys will be there for the growing pains of it. You'll be there for all the little things that happen when you're redoing that. And what do we do with the name? We just have the Rhinestone world as is, and like, hey, if somebody calls in, I have a problem with this. Well, you need to fill out this form and go here, because that's not us. We're just counter people. How that works from there. And then employees, everything that goes along with it. Probably we do a little vlog series to go through it, so that way it's all good. It's all good in the hood, so we'll be good to go. I volunteered to be the 20K monthly expense. Ugh, yeah. I mean, 20K a month. We need basic revenue to cover 20K a month. depending on the stuff, 60, 70K. And that's where we just look at stuff. We try and run a tight ship with everything we have, just like everybody else. There's expenses that you don't realize that come up. I didn't, there's a lot of stuff that is expiring where it's like, oh, there's another $2,000 I didn't know about. Oh, I didn't realize about that charge. Oh, I didn't realize that you had to do that. And it's just like, oh. And I talked to my mentor today on stuff, and they're like, yep, but you knew what you were buying. You bought yourself a job, and you knew you were going to have to stick it out. You knew you had everything in you to do it, and we'll make it all. We'll make it all great. Like I don't even like even looking at it, like I don't even know what when we were talking about, as a business owner, what do you pay yourself? How do you figure that out? Do you do a draw? Do you do a monthly thing? What, if you looked at wages, you're like, oh, you're the business owner. Yeah, I make, $500 a week. Wow, why the hell would you do that? You got yourself a job, and the crappy one at that, because like here in Illinois, minimum wage is $15 an hour. So you do math on that. And then you look at, okay, what's the return on that? And then it's like you want to do more, but it's like, here, we need to stay open. We need to pay this stuff off. We need to do this. It's a part of being a business. The ebbs and flows. You always make sure, that the ebbs are high enough. The ebbs the top, the flows the bottom. You want to make sure here covers here. And that's where you're like, man, this is a good month, but you know what's coming. And so it's all fun and games until the bills are due. You're like, here's another. Like the best, like last week was the best because you had the beginning of the month bills that come in, and just like everybody has, but then you also have a payroll that comes in, and then there was some New Year stuff that came in too that I didn't know about, and it's just like, oh yeah, there it goes from there. So, all right. I'm gonna let you guys get back to it. We're gonna get out of here. Thank you for this. And if you want to hear more from join us Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. So tomorrow I'm not even sure what tomorrow ChatGPT. We're talking that tomorrow morning. ChatGPT 5.2, 5.2, and how we can use it in our business. And we'll talk about that. So until next time, you guys have an amazing day. Thank you for spending so many hours with us tonight. You guys, we really do appreciate it. Thanks for given us a successful launch, and stay tuned for more colors. So until next time, peace, love, press on, and we will see you then. I forgot to hit the button. No, I did.